Hezbollah have been decimating the Israelis. I mean, it's so embarrassing. When I explain to you what they have done, it's going to blow your mind. I promise you this. Hezbollah have blown up an Iron Dome battery. That's $100 million. And they've recorded it for us too. Take a look at this. That is so satisfying. It really is. $100 million gone. I mean, for all of this big talk that they have about the Iron Dome, like a piece of trash, they didn't even know it hit them. Keep in mind, they're firing at it with an ATGM. This is an anti-tank guided missile. It's the Al-Mas, which is an Iranian make, and that has been passed on to Hezbollah. I mean, just unbelievable. Just look at it. Look at the state that it's in. What a joke. What an absolute joke. So how have Hezbollah been able to do this? How did they achieve this? This is now we get to the nitty-gritty, okay? But I have to show you one last clip because of how satisfying it is, because this is in Syria, okay? The one I'm about to show you. It's in the occupied Syrian Golan Heights. People forget that the Israelis don't just occupy Palestine, they occupy Syria as well. And look at the tactics here. Look at how genius this is. So first, you can see here, these are Katyusha rockets being fired by Hezbollah, okay? They're doing this to distract the Israelis, okay? They're doing this to distract the Israelis. Now the Israelis, right here, are firing their Iron Dome missiles to try and shoot the rockets down, okay? So this is a decoy. These rockets are just to see where are the Israelis firing from. Okay, now we know where to target the battery. And then, okay, so this is Hezbollah firing the rockets. That's the Israeli Iron Dome. And then Hezbollah launched the drones. Up in smoke. So that's the tactic they've been using. It's very simple. It's very simple. So it's just about good tactics, not about the specific weapon that was used. On the contrary, you could argue that the drone is very rudimentary compared to the Iron Dome. But the fact they've been able to draw the Israelis out like that is really amazing. Okay, so they just wait till the battery's empty, and then that's it. Now that's not everything. That's not everything. I wouldn't be doing the whole thing justice if I stopped here. This has been a methodical salami tactic that they've been employing for months now. Okay, so you remember most of the videos that would come out from Hezbollah were this. You would see this sort of thing, right? You'd see like towers being blown up. Okay, it's cool, but it's not very interesting. Now, what they were doing is they were basically amassing a reasonable tally of blown up cameras like this one, okay? Because they've got the Spider, they've got all sorts of sophisticated surveillance equipment on these towers. That's the reason they've been hitting them, okay? I think since October, they've hit about 1,600 targets, Hezbollah, okay? So what they've done is they've blinded the Israelis. They have blinded them, and they're also deaf now, by the way, right? So all the listening posts destroyed, the whole thing methodical for 8 months. And this is very, very sophisticated, very, very expensive equipment. And it's rendered the Israelis blind, but it's not everything. This is a massive, this Skydew balloon. Man, this is so funny. This is so funny. The Israelis launched this in January. Okay, you can see on January 7. And the whole point was to to monitor incoming Hezbollah drones and missiles. Okay, so you put it up in the air and it can see very far. This is what happened to the balloon. Are you ready? So it's in Arabic, so it's the other way around, right? This is the before on the right and the after on the left. You can also see it from the top. They deflated that thing, gone, like a wrinkly ass. Nothing left of it. In addition, the Israelis also have something called the Skystar 330, okay? So that looks like this. It's a bit smaller, right? Now, this video that I'm about to show you is so insane because they not only destroyed the balloon, they even hit the drone operator. They hit the guy. You see the guy. He's on you know, he pulls out the control pad and he's gone. So you got two guys there, right? Gone. And now you can see they launch another ATGM. You can see on the left, that's what's left of both of those guys. And now they hit the cable, so the wire, okay, that links up to this balloon. That's what's being hit after they've taken out the drone operators. So you understand what they've been doing. They've taken out all the cameras, all the satellite dishes, all the you know, electronic warfare and radar and surveillance. All of these posts have been decimated. They've taken care of the balloons, the reconnaissance balloons. They've even gone after the headquarters. I'll show you now in a second. This is another clip of them going after Israelis. I mean, it's unbelievable just from, you know, a journalistic viewpoint. We've never had any kind of footage like this in history. From any combat zone. So even if you look at it from the value of the videos, I mean, yeah, they're obviously propaganda, but they're unbelievable propaganda. I mean, no one in history has published daily footage from the front lines in this manner. They give you like a geography lesson. There's a 3D map of the battle. It's really unbelievable, right? The editing is quite phenomenal. But this clip I'm about to show you, look at this. Do you see that? Man, they knew it was coming, but it was too late. They knew it was coming, but it was too late. So they hit, just a few hours ago, the 146th Division in the Israeli army. They attacked their headquarters. This is east of Nahariya. Up in smoke. Up in smoke. They hit, a few days ago, last week, they hit the 91st Division headquarters. Then the other day, actually, wait, I should show you what it looks like afterwards. Honestly, I should show you what it looks like afterwards. So this has been filmed by Israeli settlers. Then they also hit another Israeli base, Herfish, and this one was particularly bad. Look how many ambulances they had to bring.
مش كثير ناس بتعرف واحدة من أغرب الطرق القضائية. صح نحكي عن هيئة محلفين، وعندما يقول هيئة محلفين هذول مش قضاة، هذول ناس عاديين.
So they got all of these bases, and here you can see it, more of them, more of the footage. You know, taking out various pieces of gear, and then in addition to that, right? So they've shot down these balloons, the reconnaissance balloons. They've taken out the drones and the drone operators, and then this is already a few weeks back. But I nevertheless I wanted to underscore just everything we've seen in the last 3 weeks. They fired the first ever airstrike. Okay, so Hezbollah conducted and executed the first ever airstrike on an Israeli target, and they even filmed it as well. Okay, so this was from a drone. It's not from a plane, but it's still an airstrike technically. And you can see the rockets being fired. These are AS 5s or SA 5s. They corrected me on the screen. S5s. I spoke too soon. Yeah, you see the white tubes coming out right there. So it's frankly quite incredible. And then just a few hours ago, they shot down a Hermes 900. This is actually the third time that they've shot down a Hermes 900. So that's already $30 million up the chute. And they've also shot down Hermes 450s multiple times, each valued at around $2 million. So they're not only humiliating the Israelis, but also bleeding them economically. And they shot one down last week as well on the 4th of June. So I'll show you, this is the clip from today. There it is, going up in smoke as it spirals downwards. $10 million per unit. And this was on the 4th of June. It's frankly unbelievable. It's frankly unbelievable. And in addition to all this, so in addition to rendering the Israelis deaf and blind, they have now created sort of a highway where anything goes, right? The drones are going to get through. There's nothing to shoot down the drones. The rockets are going to get through. There's nothing to shoot down the rockets. The missiles, I mean, you can't, good luck shooting down the ATGMs anyway. But in addition to that, all these Israeli settlements are now on fire because of the fact that they've destroyed and all the reconnaissance and surveillance equipment, and in addition to that, the Iron Dome. So the Israeli settlements on the border with Lebanon look like this. That's what they look like. Okay. There's so many fires on a daily basis, they can't even put them out. They have to bring in, dozens of firefighting teams. They're completely, utterly overwhelmed. Okay. I think they've burnt, I'll have to look up the number again. If I'm not mistaken, I read it was 3,500 acres already. But I'll have to check again. Yeah, 3,500 acres at least. That's what it looks like hell. And here this user makes the point also that the Zionist settlers replaced many native plant species with European coniferous pines that are badly suited to the native ecology. Well, maybe that's also something to do with it. This is in Kiryat Shimona. You know, the entirety of Kiryat Shimona has been evacuated now. And ironically, this is what the welcome sign looks like now. I mean, what can you say, right? These people, they come in from Ukraine and from Russia and from the US and you know, they think they can just like steal the land. And then they're actually very angry. They're actually very angry that the government is more concerned with Gaza than with them, because they're actually being fired at way more than Hamas are firing at the Israelis, right? And so I'm not kidding when I say this. They actually want to secede and make their own state. I'm not kidding. These settlers, they actually want to secede from the state of Israel, and they want to do something called the state of Galilee. It's not new news. They said this a few weeks ago already, but still, it's just so funny. Up in smoke, everything up in smoke, right? And I mean, what can I say? You know, this is not just in Lebanon, by the way. It's also in Syria, in the Golan Heights. They're also on fire. You know, they look. I mean, it's the same thing, right? It looks exactly the same. The plumes of smoke are so thick you can't see anything. So, you know, let me put it this way. I mean, it's not nice, obviously, to see it burning. No one is going to care more about that than the people who own the land. But better it burn than these scumbag thieves to have it. Right? Let's be very clear. It's better for all of it to burn than for these scumbag thieves, these colonizers, to have the land. I stand by that. And one thing people are also forgetting, you know, Hezbollah didn't just like randomly decide to fire these things. They're trying to stretch the Israelis thin and pull them away from Gaza, which they've succeeded in doing. And also, the Israelis have been dropping white phosphorus on Lebanon. Okay, many times. It's not even new, right? This is nothing new. There are millions of videos like this. This is from just last week. See the trails, like the distinct lines, and then you've got more high quality images of this. I mean, they've done this dozens of times. And on top of that, I think in March, it was March 27th, the Israelis, they sent in drones and they assassinated like 10 Lebanese medics. Right? Like they sought them out. They literally sought these people out. They knew where they were, and they murdered them just because they're medics. 10 medics in one night. Very, very, you know, very clear that it's done on purpose. It's no accident. You can't blame Hezbollah for defending themselves. And it's, you know, their intention is not to set fire. It's just that the drones are getting through, and they happen to set fire to the settlements. Again, there's not many people in these settlements anyway, right? Many of them have been evacuated months ago. I mean, the Israelis claim it's 80,000 people. I think we all know it's much higher than that, if not double. And they're all, you know, in hotels. I mean, you can't really call them refugees in the sense that Palestinians are refugees. When Palestinians become refugees, they have to sleep in tents on the street. These people are living it up in comparison. You know, they're being sent to government subsidized hotels. They're all chill and relax. It's the experience is incomparable. Nevertheless, let them get a taste of their own medicine. They have caused countless people in Lebanon and in Syria and in Palestine to become refugees. Let them become refugees for once. Let's see how they like it. Give them a taste of their own medicine, right? It's karma. So this is what Hezbollah have done. They've pulled off one of the most unbelievable strategic defeats in modern history. Unparalleled. And on top of it, they recorded all of it for us. I mean, it's really, really impressive. And the Israelis know this. And this is why you have so many of them that are warning. One of them just a few days ago in Newsweek magazine, this Israeli official was saying that the next war with Hezbollah is going to be total defeat within 24 hours for the Israelis. I agree with him. The Israelis can't even defeat Hamas. And again, Hamas, they are quite strong, right? No, make no mistake. But Hezbollah have not been subjected to siege. They have had time and also the possibility to develop their infrastructure without the impediments that Palestinians face. So it's a different situation, but nevertheless, the end result is that they're much stronger. So, you know, we haven't even entered a full-scale war, and it already looks like this. How long do you think the Israelis will last if they fight an all-out war against Hezbollah? The answer is not very long. Again, YouTube demonetized my channel because I'm not allowed to say naughty things about Israel. You know, telling the truth is forbidden. So if you are able to donate a few dollars on PayPal or on a monthly basis on Patreon, please consider doing it, because it would really help me continue my journalism and support independent media. So I'd be very grateful. And the links are in the description and also in the chat. Thank you guys very much again for all your donations and all your kind comments. I appreciate it very much.